In this next series of pictures, what we're going to go through is really the cycles of operation and the flow patterns of the water in a 9000 valve, emphasizing the top piston assembly and the bottom piston assembly and your basic flow rates throughout the unit. What we're showing here is in the service position in which the piston, top piston, is drawn the furthest out towards the front of the unit, and right here we're showing the conditioned water in blue and the raw water in red. In this position or cycle, what we're showing is the tank switching. The meter has zeroed out, initiated a regeneration. And remembering the first thing that happens in the operation is the tank switch. In the original photograph, this lower piston assembly was out one more rubber seal, causing the other tank to be on stream. Now that we've initiated a regeneration, we've pushed that piston in a little bit further, we've switched tanks, and noting nothing has really happened yet to the top piston. Once the lower piston has traveled and switched tanks, then the top piston moves into the backwash position. The movement is pushed towards the rear of the control valve a slight distance, then stops and is timed out on the timer assembly. You'll notice that the backwash water that is used, it comes from the second tank, and this blue or conditioned water is pushed down the distributor and pushes up any of the accumulation from the last regeneration on the tank that's being regenerated. After the time sequence of backwashes come off of the timer, we shift into the brine draw cycle. The top piston moves a little bit further back towards the rear of the control valve, and now we open up our brine valve. With the piston in this position and the brine valve open, we draw brine in. The water feeding our injector assembly right here on the top is conditioned water. So going through that injector screen and nozzle is soft water in combination with soft brine solution going in then to the top of the tank to regenerate. Once we've drawn all the brine solution out of the brine tank, the air check in the brine tank checks off, and then we just pass conditioned water to slowly rinse out that brine solution. Noting that the top piston has not moved, or the bottom piston still remains in the tank switch position. As we complete the brining and slow rinse cycle, the top piston shifts again a little bit farther all the way to the rear of the control. In this position, the brine valve is shut off and we're in our rapid rinse position. Rapid rinse on the control is a downflow purge. We're pushing water through the system like it would be in a service condition, but we're drawing conditioned water off that other tank. That cycle usually can be shortened quite a bit, seeing that we're supplying the downflow rapid rinse with conditioned water. The primary purpose is many times if you do have any kind of salt pockets or salt water left after the brining and slow rinse, the rapid rinse then would kind of flush the system out. After the rapid rinse cycle, the top piston starts being pulled back towards the front of the control valve back to the service position. You'll notice that all the flow at the drain is stopped, and now we're refilling the brine tank with conditioned water off the other unit. And again, that lower piston remains stationary throughout the entire regeneration cycle.